So we now do something more practical, and it's very easy what I try to do with you. It's so easy that nobody believes what it goes through. It's so easy that I just please you to close your eyes. We all know that the doors sometimes goes up and down. So we hear those sounds from the doors and don't get irritated from that. So just close your eyes, even if you wear glasses or not. We do something very easy, but something very profound. I will tell as long as you don't see anything. Can you hear some quotes, some little words? What you see when you close your eyes? What happens? You see color or lights? Anything else? Shapes? Well. Okay. When you remind yourself what happens when you have closed your eyes for, let's say, the next 4 hours. No way, you close your eyes for the next 4 hours. What comes to your mind? What goes on when you let close your eyes for the next 4 hours? What happens then? Become sleeping? Well, go somewhere else. I tell you, even if you don't know it, around the world, every day, every week, every month, every year, there are sitting people in total darkness, total dark rooms, and just doing nothing, then nothing seeing. But why do the people do that? Why do they go in rooms of total darkness? I'm experienced in group leading in Europe since 1918, and I tell you, I never find a way where the people go so fast to their inner themes like this easy method. Closing the eyes, sitting in dark rooms, sitting, lying, sleeping, eating. It's such an easy way. Just let your eyes closed during a talk. I go on talking. It's such an easy way. Some of them really, in the first day, they just sleep. They take all the sleep the body needs, because the body is a self-regulative system. On the second day, maybe you have had enough sleep, and you will wake up. Okay, you wake up and your eyes are closed, or the room is dark as it was before. Go on and go on. So, just for them of you who have done a lot of things with the eyes today, you can use a fingertip. You use your finger in a very soft manner to press, in a very soft manner, the fingertip on the closed eyes. On the closed one, please. Just press a bit. You will see, as I was a child, I do it hardly because a lot of colors coming up. You can try if you want. Just press a bit on the eyes. Don't do it if you take lenses. Just press a bit and use a bit and press a bit and use a bit, and you'll find out something changing. Can you hear some things that are changing when you do it? Some colors. Yes, that happens, right? Red colors are coming, right? Colors disappear. There's some gray or some black coming up. Black color. Okay, when I ask you, close your eyes, let your eyes close, but I ask you, how great is the room in front of your eyes? You may have a sense that there is a space in front of your eyes. What do you think? How great is this the space in front of your eyes? Now it's bigger than before? Okay, how big is it? It's like 30 centimeters, like a meter, it's like 10 meters, like to the front of the wall. Please, again?
Cosmic.
Cosmic. It is really. So you are one of these rare persons. We have them. They close their eyes and they're sitting in a space which is like cosmic. Most of us needs time, needs days. Some needs a week or more to have this cosmic space around. Most of the people, even them, like myself, which wear glasses, don't have the sense of space when they close the eyes. I'm not sure if you know the Pythagorean people, that's a Greek ones in the ancient time. And what I'm sure that you know is that you live in a democratic city. But the Pythagoreans, what they does is they're sitting in dark caves for nothing. And what they find in dark caves is visions of how the future, the future for the people can be. What we now from the historian knows is that the Pythagoreans have, during sitting in the caves, the vision of a democratic society, scribe it down and spread it around of the world, that we can live now together in this kind. So that's one other thing. When you close your eyes and you stay in dark rooms, earlier or later, your brain starts to move in a different way. We know a lot of that. We know a lot of that from the neurophysiologists. We know a lot of them from the Taoist, Mantakia especially. They said that the brain changes its work from day to day when you stay for longer and longer in dark experience. So normally once or twice a time I stay in group with people from 20 to 40 peoples, and we stay from 5 to 10 days in total darkness. And eating together, it's mostly silent because I can imagine when people don't see, they move in a different way because they can't see anything. We stay together, the place is like a ceremonial place more. And during that talk, some of them had left their eyes closed. Something changed? Something new comes up? About your heartbeat, about the atmosphere, the emotions that you find change? Transcendent? Peacefulness, right?
But also time.
Right. Yes. It's interesting, when we don't use our eyes, time changes immediately. We have all in this Congress always this time pressure. Go, 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 yeah. And now you see, we just have it for, it's not longer than 5 minutes, and the time start to disappears. During the groups who were sitting in total darkness, it's interesting, people falling into meditative states without any experience in meditation before. They sit in a sort of calmness and of silence. I didn't see a person without experience in meditation before sitting like that. It's something, the awareness is falling back into the body, maybe into the body. When I ask some of you, do you sense your body, or do you sense something which is larger or more spaceful than the body? Maybe it's a suggestive question. Are you really feel your body like it is bounded with the skin, or do you feel something else? Normally during experience like this Congress are most triggered by adrenaline. This is the thing that most triggers us to be aware, to be awake, to be able to listen, to follow all these things. Mantakia said that in the first 2 days the main change in the body is going from adrenaline pushed body back to melatonin pushed body. So that means that all the feeling of I would like to sleep, I would like to relax coming up in the body. But when you stay for 2 or 3 days, the relaxation is ending. You have had slept enough, And then some other states in the awareness comes up. One that is very interesting to me that comes up is not sleeping and not awake, because you have slept enough. And you're also not really awake because it is total dark around. You open your eyes or you close your eyes, it's the same. And in this state, the awareness, the consciousness changes total, because you find the possibility to focus on something which is not real in the conscious reality. You start to focus on things which are real in dream reality. Some of them find dreams that they have had months or years ago. Some of them find problems in their families which go on and go on and go on since years, and without doing nothing, just sitting in darkness, just breathing, just relaxing, they find solution for transgenerational problems. It's very interesting. It's so easy. Just close the eyes, stay in a dark room, and there is something in the consciousness, there is something in our body, there is something in, let's say, a kind of awareness that makes possible that all the things that are in trouble, in difficulties in your life will change through this time in dream time. I see some of you start sleeping a bit. The heads or neck down. Well, that's nice. Some changes, some new changes during a talk, during this 10 minutes. Breathing stuff. Someone changing the temperature, the warm or getting colder. Warmer. More sensitive to sound, right?
My body is not the same consistency. There are things that are expansive and soft, and other things that are contracted and tense.
It's interesting. We all have it in psychotherapy groups where we work with darkness, that body problems in the first states coming up, getting stronger. So parts who are stick or who are in contraction, getting more contracted. Some of the people get a bit headache in the first days. But interesting or not, all these things were leaving. The people experienced their body more and more relaxed, and also psychosomatic illnesses were leaving without nothing, without no medication, no homeopathic substances, no whatever, without no visualization about healing process. It's just working through the experience of darkness and the changing of the consciousness and the working of the neurophysiological basics of our body. It's such an easy way to find a way of psychotherapy without having any map. Where do I have to go? Which problem do I have to solve? Which technique do I have to use? It's just you fall back into something that is in your body, that is in your consciousness, that knows the way how to come out and how to find new solutions for problems in your life, for problems in your body, for problems of your soul, transgenerational problems. And even if we believe what the Pythagorean people said, they also found solution for problems of public and how to organize society. Well, I think it's good to take your time to open your eyes slowly. Maybe if you open your eyes, you have the sense that something is changed than before. So colors are changed or space is changing when you're looking. Can someone say something about it?
There's more space or room, sense of space
Yes.
or room.
More fluidity, right? Clarity, right? Yes. Yes. Didn't you hear the door banging in the last 10 minutes? So well, to conclude, to say last things. There is no trademark on working with total darkness. Everyone can do it. It's so simple. When I do it first time in a group, I do it a couple of times for myself to find out what happens. I do it at first because I thought I can get rid of my glasses when I use this dark experience. This doesn't happen. Sometimes it gets better, sometimes not. And then I start to do it in the group. And so we close all windows with dark papers, and then we have a big something to put on to fix it, even if there is any light coming in. And at the end of the group, and we put it at the door, at the end of the group, someone has put the slices round to the wall. Why? Because he just thought there was light coming in, and they put the slices. And after this experience, we changed the group so that each person who is into the group has you have these things that you can also get in the plane to close your eyes. It's very easy. What is the English word?
Mask.
Masks, right? You have to fix them in a better way, because when you stay with them 8 to 10 days, you have to think about how it can be fixed. But this mask have the possibility you can see if light comes in or if your brain produces light somewhere in the space. So that's one of these. Okay.
One of the difficulties of presenting that here, we all have this vision up there, bright light, and to close our eyes, it's more difficult to let go of that vision.
Yes.
And get it all straight.
Yes. No, the mask is for the whole time, because the changing of the brain working needs hours, needs time. When you change the mask, you see light and you put it on and put it off and put it on, the eyes getting light. And this stimulates different parts of the brain which start working when they get light. This process of relaxation and deep connection to spirituality just goes if the eyes don't get any sense of light. That's what the neurological things need.
Did you intend to say that the Pythagoreans used darkness for their philosophy?
Yes,
Their practice?
yes. The Pythagoreans. The thing is just a short historian. Do I have 1 minute more?
Yeah, we've got some stuff.
Okay. They have found in Greek stones, big stones, with signs on it, and they can't read it. They just can't read one word. That's in Greek word, philauchos.
What?
Philauchos. And that means, translated, laying in the cave. And since before 5 years, they saw laying in the cave means they are people who have to take care for the sheep, and they're laying in the caves and sleeping because they don't have any houses. But now we can read the signs at the stones. Now we can understand these are not people who are taking care for the sheep who lay in the caves. These are people like visionaries, people who are laying in the caves in the total darkness, and people from the cities came to them and asked, I have the problem in my life about that, I have problems in my leg, I have certain illnesses, and they going into the cave, laying in total darkness without sleeping, without being awake, and getting a vision about what's happened with this man or girl or woman or whatever. And then they come out and say, oh well, we have to do this or that, and then they do it, and then it gets better. That's the philauchos thing. We know it's 5 years ago. Yes?
What is the relationship between the shrine of Asclepius, where people would come and go to sleep
pharmacy, there is this snake inside, the snake coming from Asclepius cult. And Asclepius cult comes from 500 before Christus till 500 after Christus. He lives at the same time like Hippocrates. And the idea of Asclepius was that there is an inner healer in yourself. And you have to contact them, this inner healer. If you contact this healer, you're getting free of whatever your illness is. And in Asclepius cult there was great temples where the people can go through and have a night in the so-called abaton. Abaton is also
after to handling
Yes.
the non-poisonous snakes.
Right. So abaton means the room where you couldn't go in because it's not allowed to stay without allowance from the priests around. And they go to these temples and having their so-called holy sleep and try to find the dream where the healing is coming through the dream. It's a great tradition, and in my work, in northern Germany, we create this tradition of coming together in a temple. So we don't have a temple, we have a room like this. We coming together even in dark moon, so when not the full moon, the other side of the moon, and we're doing this, we're copying in a way, but it's adopted to reality today. We're copying the way that the people do in the Asclepius cult. And it's enormous. People coming with certain illnesses, we're creating a ceremonial space, and if they have a big experience about remembering what they have dreamt, that's the thing. They need to remember how they can get that dream. That's also in the PowerPoint presentation. There's a special theme, what you can do to remember your dreams better. And if people can do this just one night and they get free of certain illnesses, it's enormous because you don't do anything. You come together, it's a ceremonial place, people close their eyes, the darkness is working, and that's all. It's like a nightmare. I fear outside Darling Harbor, where woks meets frogs. You've read it? It's from McDonald's. Yesterday, I thought to myself, well, woks meet frogs. Darling Harbor, where whales meets fairy tales.